What if the Philippines becomes the center of world power? It sounds impossible at first, a small country of islands suddenly leading the world. But imagine it, what if everything shifted? What if the future of global politics, economy, and technology all pointed to the Philippines? This is not just fantasy. Some experts believe it could actually happen because of one thing: location. The Philippines sits at the crossroads of the Pacific and the Indian Oceans, right between the powers of East and West. It's the perfect link between the United States, Japan, China, and the rest of Asia. Whoever controls this region controls the sea lanes that move trillions of dollars in trade every year. Oil, food, weapons, everything passes near Philippine waters. If that power shifts toward Manila, the entire balance of the world changes. Imagine the Philippines becoming the new capital of global trade, ports, expanded new megacities rising from the islands, the South China Sea turning into the new Mediterranean filled with military bases and international headquarters. The world's focus moves away from Washington and Beijing and straight to Manila. But how could it happen first? The country's geography gives it a natural advantage, while others fight over land borders. The Philippines is surrounded by the ocean, a natural fortress. It can control trade routes, fishing zones, and deep-sea minerals worth billions of dollars in the future. As oil and gas decline, nations will fight for rare minerals needed for batteries and technology. The Philippines already sits on massive untapped reserves of nickel, copper, and gold materials essential for electric cars and AI technology. Whoever controls those resources holds the keys to the next industrial age. If the Philippines develops them properly with strong leadership and unity, it could rise fast. Second is technology. The country has one of the youngest populations in Asia, young minds that can adapt quickly to digital industries. If education and infrastructure improve, the Philippines could dominate tech outsourcing, AI data services, and cyber industries. Imagine the next Silicon Valley, not in California but in Cebu or Manila. Global companies setting up headquarters there because of cheaper costs, English-speaking talent, and access to both Asian and Western markets. That alone could shift global economic power. Next is military and alliances. If the Philippines continues to strengthen its defense partnerships with the United States, Japan, Australia, and Europe, it could become the new security hub of Asia, like how Germany anchors Europe or how South Korea anchors Northeast Asia. A powerful network centered around the Philippines means stability for trade and deterrence against conflict. Bases in Palawan and Luzon could serve as launch points for humanitarian missions, disaster response, and peacekeeping in the Indo-Pacific. The country could host regional defense summits, control sea patrols, and maintain freedom of navigation in the most contested waters of the world. But power is not just about weapons. It's also about influence and soft power. Imagine if the Philippines becomes the heart of Asian culture, exported globally through music, film, tourism, and fashion. Filipino culture is already spreading worldwide, from cuisine to entertainment. Its people are everywhere, working, shaping communities in every major city. That global presence could turn into global influence, just like how American pop culture shaped the world. In the 20th century, the Filipino identity could become the symbol of modern Asia, warm, resilient, and creative. Third is the economy. If corruption declines and investment flows, the Philippines could transform its economy like Singapore or South Korea once did. Its cities could become financial hubs for Southeast Asia. Its ports could handle international trade. Its workers could shift from overseas employment to high-tech local industries. Imagine millions of Filipinos returning home because their country is now the center of opportunity, not just a source of labor. The peso grows strong. Foreign investors flood in skyscrapers, rise across Manila, Davao, and Cebu, and the islands turn into engines of innovation. The fourth factor is energy. With the rise of renewable technology, the Philippines has one of the greatest advantages on Earth. Sunlight, wind, and geothermal power are everywhere on the islands. If the country becomes energy independent, it will control its own destiny. Solar farms on Luzon, wind turbines across Ilocos, and geothermal plants in Mindanao could power the entire nation without relying on imported oil energy. Independence means political independence, and that is the foundation of global power, and what happens when the world's major powers realize that the Philippines is no longer a small player, but a global one. Alliances will shift. Some countries will compete to gain favor. Others will try to undermine it. China will not like it. The United States might encourage it. Japan and Australia will invest more, and the European Union will open new trade partnerships. The world's attention will move from Middle Eastern oil to Pacific minerals, and the Philippines will be at the center of it all. Even the internet infrastructure of the world could pass through the Philippines as undersea cables connect Asia to America, through its waters, giving the country digital control as well as physical power. But with great power comes danger. Being the center of the world also means being the center of conflict. Every superpower will want influence. Their internal politics will become critical. The wrong leader could destroy progress. The right one could lift the nation to greatness. Unity will be the greatest challenge. Can the Philippines overcome division and corruption? Can it stay independent between China and the United States that will decide its future? Another key factor is climate change. As sea levels rise, the Philippines could either be the first victim or the first hero. If it leads in climate technology, building floating cities and sustainable energy, the world will follow. It could become the model for future civilization, showing humanity how to survive and thrive in a changing planet. The fifth reason it could rise is its people. Filipinos are everywhere. Doctors, engineers, artists, teachers working in more than 100 countries. If these global citizens unite and bring back their experience, resources, and knowledge, they could build something unstoppable. Imagine millions returning to invest in their homeland, creating companies that challenge Silicon Valley industries, that rival Japan, and cultural power that inspires the world. This could trigger a reverse brain drain, where the Philippines becomes the destination instead of the departure point. Imagine the world leaders visiting Manila for global summits. Imagine the United Nations moving its Asian headquarters to Quezon City. Imagine the world's eyes watching as the Philippines becomes the voice of peace between East and West, because it understands both cultures, it speaks both languages, and it stands on the bridge between continents and ideologies. And what if the Philippines takes the lead in science? Its unique biodiversity could make it a global center for medicine and environmental research. Scientists studying tropical diseases, marine life, and renewable energy could all gather there. Universities could rise to global status, and discoveries made in those labs could change the world. The Garden Islands that once supplied the world with beauty and resources could now supply it with knowledge, technology, and innovation. Imagine global tech giants partnering with Filipino universities. Imagine space programs launching from Philippine Islands. Its location near the equator makes it ideal for rocket launches. Just like Cape Canaveral in Florida, spaceports could rise from Mindanao, sending satellites into orbit, symbolizing a new era, the Philippines entering the stars. The more you think about it, the more it makes sense. The geography, the youth, the culture, the resources, the alliances all point to one possible future. A future where the Philippines stands not in the shadow of other nations, but at the center of the world. A future where leaders from Washington, Beijing, Tokyo, and Moscow fly to Manila to negotiate, where peace talks are held under the tropical sun, where global companies move their headquarters to its islands, and where the next generation of technology and culture is born from the heart of Southeast Asia. If the Philippines becomes the center of world power, it won't just change Asia, it will change everything. Global economics, global politics, even the way humanity connects. Imagine a world where Filipino values, kindness, faith, and community shape international policy, where empathy replaces domination, where cooperation replaces conquest. Maybe that is what real power looks like. Not the power to destroy, but the power to unite. If that happens, the Philippines would not just be powerful, it would be historic, a symbol of hope and balance in a divided world. The world has always been dominated by great empires, Rome, Britain, America. But maybe the next empire will not be built on force. Maybe it will be built on humanity. Maybe the next superpower will be an island nation that was once overlooked. The Philippines, a land of resilience, faith, and strength, rising from centuries of struggle to become the beacon of a new age, where East meets West, and the world finally stands together. And if that happens, the story of global power will begin again. Not in Washington, not in Beijing, but in Manila, the new heart of the world,